Today we're going to do a throttle body cleaning on a 2002 Pontiac Grand AM with a 2.2 Ecotec engine. We're going to need to remove this box that covers up the throttle body. We're going to need to take this clamp loose, pull this vacuum tube off. You pry up on the top of this fitting, get your screwdriver down inside of here, pry that up, and then this will pull up and out of there. And then a pair of pliers, get that tube off. The only hard part is down in underneath here where it's real hard to see. Once you get this tube off here, you have a little better shot at it. I'll show you here in a minute, but there's another clamp, kind of like this one, that's holding this entire box onto the throttle body. So we'll need to come in from this side, loosen that clamp, and then the whole thing will pop up. I went ahead and took the entire intake air tube loose so you guys could get a little better look at this. Had to remove the intake air temperature sensor, undo that other clamp, pop it off, no big deal. But now you can really see down inside here better. So now you can see that screw that you'll need to loosen. Right there, and then this entire throttle body will pull up and out of there. With that box off, now you've got a good view of the throttle plate here. You can also see that we've got the throttle position sensor here if you ever needed to change that. Remove this connector and get this throttle position sensor off of there. This is the idle air control. Basically a little motor runs a valve open and closed, lets a little air slip through a passage in here, slip around the throttle plate to control your idle speed. Once that's removed, now we're just going to take some throttle body cleaner, carb cleaner, clean out this area, wipe it off with a rag, get that all good and clean. While you've got it off, you might as well clean up some other areas in here, spraying with a little brake clean, carb cleaner, whatever. Just you know, don't get any water or anything down in here. If you needed to change your map sensor, your manifold absolute pressure, it's right there in this engine. This is a good time to do a quick check of all your vacuum lines. Make sure you don't have any holes or cracks in your hoses, any hoses that have popped off, anything like that. There's a pretty small little passageway here that vacuum line went to. You might want to run an ice pick or wire in here and just make sure that it's popping through on the inside, kind of get that little passageway cleaned out. I'm going to spray around in here pretty good. Spray up inside this little passageway that leads to the idle air controller. Sometimes that'll get gunked up. There are times when you have to take this idle air control motor off of here and then clean the little valve and the passageway out. Sometimes that gets gunked up. It'll give you a rough idle. Every once in a while you can get lucky and fix a rough idle problem that way. Open up your throttle, spray down inside there, get your towel, get everything good and cleaned, and then basically you're ready to put it all back together.